Only $4.89. Tough and strong, your choice of Good Sense Tall Kitchen or trash bags. Only $2.19. Carolina Rice, 5-pound bag, only $5.39. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, June 15th, 2017. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. Union President calls on the Hamilton Princess to come clean on occupancy figures as workers are faced with reduced hours, despite claims of this being the best May ever. Gary Moreno brings us the latest.
It's my understanding that our room attendants are being laid off during the America's Cup.
A spokesperson for the hotel, though, dismissing this claim, telling us there have been no layoffs, but the number of hours worked varies by week according to schedule. Mr. Fibbert argues it's all semantics.
Same thing, no different. It's the same thing. Anything less than 40 hours is a layoff. It's what we consider layoff in the hotels. So if I'm used to getting 5 days and you give me 4, that's reduced hours? Yeah, I'm reduced by 8, but it's a layoff day for me because I'm not getting my regular 40 hours.
Mr. Fibbert goes on, the fact that workers are being faced with reduced hours is evidence the hotel is not being above board in terms of this being the best May in terms of occupancy.
We have a collective bargaining agreement with the HEB that says, and it's clear, that if the hotel is 75% and above, our members should not be on layoff. The minute it goes below 75%, then they can affect the layoff. We moved that 5 percentage points 2 years ago. Before it was 70%. We moved it to 75%. They came to us at the negotiating table, asked us to give some consideration to removing it altogether, and we told them we're not going to remove it altogether, so we removed it by 5 percentage points. It's my understanding that our room attendants are being laid off.
The union leader believes this is an indication of a bigger concern, as it may be that the America's Cup has not lived up to expectations in terms of increased visitor numbers.
Leading up to the America's Cup, the ABA promised that during the America's Cup, hotels should be sold out. And they probably need a cruise ship or two to bring to host some of the people to watch the America's Cup. Now, as I said to the international press a little while ago when I spoke with them, to the best of my knowledge, we don't have any additional cruise ships coming in there. We still have the Breakaway, we still have the Norwegian cruise line, so we don't have any extra cruise ships now calling during the month of calling for while the America's Cup is taking place. So it would appear, and I say on the surface, it would appear that what the ABA said was going to happen during the America's Cup has not happened. That's why we see some layoff for our room attendants at Fairmont Hamilton Princess.
Alan Federer, the hotel's general manager, you may remember, has clearly stated, quote, "We have not laid off any employees. In fact, we have increased employment for the America's Cup. Employees are given more or less work hours depending on the demand in their area of work," unquote. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
In other news, to say the Ministry of Education's facilities management units, school custodians, and the Ministry of Public Works have their work cut out for them when it comes to cleaning up the Delwood Middle School might be an understatement, as the report on conditions at the school highlight more than 100 areas that need attention. Here's Gary Moreno once again with that story.
Investigations into conditions at the school was carried out between the 20th of January and the 1st of February this year. Nearly every area highlighted in the report on the conditions, which was submitted on the 31st of March, speaks of mold or concerns related to it. The report calling for increased supervision and monitoring of custodians and maintenance workers to ensure that they fully and satisfactorily carry out their duties. Further, that the general cleaning and upkeep of the school's facilities are improved to help support the maintenance of good indoor air quality, which is a problem throughout. Even the efforts of the teachers themselves to make life more comfortable is called into question, with the report deeming what is considered their inappropriate, indiscriminate and liberal use of air fresheners, deodorizers and other chemical cleaning supplies to be significantly reduced. Reasons being this negatively impacts the quality of indoor air and brings about other unintended consequences. Further, there needs to be a stop to the installing of unauthorized appliances such as water coolers, microwaves and refrigerators throughout several classrooms by staff, since many of these units are not being cleaned or maintained in a sanitary or hygienic state. Elsewhere, added attention is required to be given to the general cleaning and maintenance of the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, not to mention what is described as a litany of roof, air conditioning units, and window leaks, along with other water intrusion or breach points, creating excess moisture buildup, increasing condensation and humidity levels, which aid in mold growth and reproduction. Also creating entry points for insects and other pests, situations the report says are required to be addressed as quickly as possible. In fact, the report indicates the need for an integrated pest management program to aid in effectively dealing with the many concerns expressed regarding insect and pest nuisances across the school's facilities. Further, serious consideration must be given to the removal of old, dirty, unhygienic and unsanitary floor carpets and other such dirt, dust and termite trapping resources, since these are not being effectively cleaned or maintained. What's more, the report indicates the need for increased monitoring of bathrooms to ensure that required toiletries and supplies are in place and replenished in a timely manner. The improper care, storage and handling of sanitary supplies in particular must be addressed to prevent contamination, cross-contamination and transfer and associated health and safety risks. Finally, the report urges the setting up of a safety and health committee to aid in the inspection of the school's facilities, as well as to assist the school's administration to identify, monitor and resolve occupational safety and health matters. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
3 more candidates were unveiled today to stand in the general election for the Progressive Labor Party. They were Dennis Lister III, a counselor and son of long-term MP Dennis Lister Sr., who will contest the seat of Warwick West. Quentin Butterfield, the owner of Central Diagnostics Medical Lab for Southampton East Central, and Miss Crystal Caesar, a financial controller, to run in Southampton West Central. Party leader David Byrd stating his group is intent on presenting a winning team.
A team with integrity, experience, and determination to put the needs of Bermudians first. Yesterday, I had the honor of introducing 3 new additions to our slate. Today, the 3 candidates you'll hear about this afternoon each have their own unique skills and experience that will benefit their constituents and Bermudians as a whole.
Dennis Lister III once represented Bermuda overseas at the Youth Parliament and now works as a banker and is also active in the Seventh-day Adventist Church and the regiment.
I have worked for many years behind the scenes in previous election campaigns and at the branch level, most recently as the Deputy Chair of Constituency 33. The experience I have gained will help me to serve the constituency of Warwick West and Bermuda as a whole.
Quentin Butterfield is best known as the owner of the Central Diagnostics Labs and a product of the Bermuda Technical Institute.
There's just one thing I want to say, and I want to speak specifically to the constituents of Constituency 30. That is that we actually lost that area in the last election, and there were we lost by 230 votes. There were almost 600 people that did not vote. I just think that is very important to know, because I'm making an appeal right now, because I think I have the opportunity to do it on this stage, is to ask those almost 600 people that didn't vote in the last election, get registered, you got 2 or 3 days to do so, and get out and vote.
Meantime, Crystal Caesar is a financial controller at ASW Law and has worked in international business.
I am very pleased to be a first-time candidate for the Progressive Labor Party and to serve the constituency 31, Southampton West Central. As I reflected on the past 4 years of the OBA government, I felt a distinct sense that my interests and concerns were far from a priority.
Stay with us. More news and tonight's AccuWeather forecast after the break.
You can count on us.
Save $2 on juicy red whole seedless watermelons, $14.99 each. Save half price on fresh boneless pork chops, $3.49 per pound. Kraft barbecue sauce, only $2.09 for an 18-ounce bottle. Buy one, get one free. Lay's stacked potato chips, 5.7-ounce packets, 2 for $2.42. Drink the real thing, Coca-Cola soda, 2-liter bottles, just $3.99. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
my family, it's important for me to vote for my children's future.
I just been 18, and finally, I'm old enough for my opinion to matter.
My vote matters, and your vote matters too.
Every vote matters.
It's really important for you to exercise your right to vote.
The future depends on me.
For polling station and other pertinent information, please log on to our website at elections.gov.bm and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Parliamentary Registry. Your right, your vote, your future.
Welcome back. Motorists experienced traffic delays near Middle Road, Granaway Heights Road in Southampton due to a collision around 5:15. It appears 3 vehicles were involved, and initial information suggests that the female driver of one of the vehicles was taken to the hospital by ambulance for treatment. Her injuries are not believed to be life-threatening at this time, and an update on her condition will be provided in due course. In other news, the America's Cup Event Authority reports 51 super yachts berthed at docks around the island, while we can expect another 36 to grace our shores during the 35th America's Cup between May 26th and June 30th. Well, this has prompted the BTA to share newly collected data on the super yacht tourism industry. The first series of talks will take place Tuesday, June 20th at St. George's World Heritage Center at 9 a.m. The BTA's Aaron Smith describes how database firm Super Yacht Intelligence collect information on 5,000 super yachts internationally.
The study that we conducted, we're looking at the super yacht fleet in general, globally, how many there are, what their cruising patterns tend to be, how much they typically spend when they're visiting a destination with and without guests on board, what their perceptions are actually on Bermuda specifically, and then also what they look for when they travel around on their super yachts. And then we also looked at the legacy opportunity. So we looked at some case studies, and there's one particular one that we'll be sharing in the sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday that's very similar to Bermuda's situation now. So we'll be looking at the legacy opportunities. We'll also talk on Tuesday and Wednesday about the infrastructure that's needed to become a super yacht destination, and we'll talk about some future sailing events that are legacy events due to having the exposure of America's Cup now.
Meanwhile, Ms. Smith says the study identifies businesses most likely to benefit from super yacht guests.
Specifically, taxi operators, event planners, caterers, florists, gas stations, and those are just some examples, but it really does go much farther beyond that. And if there are guests on board, there's obviously shopping that's going to be happening, eating out at restaurants, and other activities. Those are the core things that these guests spend their money on, but it really does have far-reaching effects. So anybody who's interested in this segment of the tourism economy, we'd encourage them to come out on Tuesday and Wednesday and hear a little bit more about it.
In other news tonight, the family of former Tourism Minister Sean Crockwell expressing their heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the people of Bermuda for their outpouring of love, support, and well wishes during their time of bereavement. Mr. Crockwell's family says, quote, "The passing of our son, father, brother, uncle, and friend has been tragic and heartbreaking." They continue in their statement, "We understand that we shared Sean with our country, and we know that the entire country is grieving with us. His death is a tremendous loss to our family and to Bermuda. We're also aware of the unsubstantiated rumors and speculations that have been circulating via various forms of media, and a formal statement from the family will be forthcoming. However, we ask the public respect our privacy and allow us the time to grieve in peace while we prepare to lay our beloved to rest. Sean was a man of integrity. He was a dedicated and loving servant of the people, and we will ensure that his legacy remembers him as such," end quote. In other news, government has appointed a scholarships and award committee to oversee the selection process and to recommend recipients for the Ministry of Education's new offerings of scholarship awards. Education Minister Cole Simon says the committee is in keeping with the 2016 throne speech, and government has increased the ministry's offering of scholarships for students who pursue post-secondary education. The committee is chaired by retired educator and Bermuda College board member Ms. Romel Warner and is assisted by 15 people who will sit on the board with her. Day 2 of the America's Cup Super Yacht Regatta saw racing resume off the East End. Earl Basden has tonight's coverage.
The Super Yacht Regatta was back in action. Let's take a look at Day 2.
It's fantastic, I think. We all know these boats have a lot of heritage. It's where the Cup was big in the old days. So it's good to see the old-fashioned type of America's Cup boat against the super high-tech boats, what the other guys are racing right now. Every race, when you're sailing, you try to win, and I think it's the same for everybody else. So if you can win this Super Yacht event, then that would be nice as well. Hardeman is only a point behind us. Then even Valsido is there as well, so it will be tomorrow, it will be a big day on the water.
Yeah, we had a lovely day today. The wind speed was good for the boat. I think it's great. You know, the more action and more fun here, the better it is. And the super yachts bring a lot of sailors here and a lot of action.
I'm Earl Basden with Bermuda Broadcasting's America's Cup Sports.
How fantastic are those yachts? Turning to weather news, lots of beautiful sunshine for our Friday and the weekend. Here's the latest from AccuWeather headquarters.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
This forecast is brought to you by the BF&M Insurance Group. And we see that we did have a couple showers. They are now off to our east. And we also have high pressure building, which means we're going to stay nice and dry for a couple days into the middle of next week. We're about 2.5 inches below our average rainfall for this time of year. Luckily, we have gotten some recently, and we are expecting a few more showers tonight, so that should certainly help out with some of those water issues. Now, taking a look across the island, 81 degrees for everyone, humidity 72%, winds out of the northwest from 6 to 10 knots. Water temperature is 2 degrees warmer today than it was yesterday, so warming up there, and the waves inside the reef are hardly even in existence, so very calm inside the reef. If you're snorkeling or swimming, you certainly shouldn't have any problems, or even if you're on a boat, unless it's a sailboat, you might have some issues without enough wind there, but the waves outside are 2 to 3 feet, so not a bad time out there on the ocean. So for tonight, partly cloudy. We could still see a shower pass through. 73 degrees for the temperature. As we look at tomorrow, the sun is going to be building, couple clouds passing through, but dry. And again, that's really the story through Wednesday. 81 degrees for the temperature. Taking a look at our tide times for our first high tide, 1:30 p.m. That happened already today. The second one, 1:52 in the morning, Friday. And if you're here on vacation and you're heading home, or if you're traveling for other reasons, we do have a couple other forecasts to tell you about. Toronto, some showers. New York, showers as well. Same story for Boston and Atlanta and Miami if you're flying in there. You might want to check the status of your flights because we are going to see some pretty strong thunderstorms move through, especially tonight. London is dry, though, at 74 degrees. And if you're staying here in the Caribbean, Jamaica, 91 degrees with some thunder and lightning. Barbados, 87. And Trinidad is cooling down a bit at 81 degrees with some wet weather. So let's take a look at this 5-day. We'll see just a couple clouds in the sky Friday and Saturday. Sunday, more sunshine. And that's really going to continue through Monday and Tuesday. No wet weather in the forecast for now as high pressure is in control. Temperatures are in the low 80s across the board and our overnight lows at 74 degrees. Stay tuned to Ocean 89, Power 95, and Inspire 105 for all the latest on your news and weather.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
A writ of election has been issued, and for the next 7 days, voters will have the opportunity to register for the first time, or for those who are already registered, to update your registration details. We ask that you visit our offices located on the 3rd floor of the Craig Appin Building, number 8 Wesley Street in the city of Hamilton, or log on to our website at elections.gov.bm and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for up-to-date election information. Parliamentary Registry. Your right, your vote, your future.
This spring, as you make the transition from your living room to your patio, bring a touch of class to your outdoor living space with a new patio set from Big Savings Zone. Our new line of outdoor furniture features a wide range of sectional sofas, round and rectangular dining tables, as well as matching chairs and umbrellas. Ashley's outdoor furniture is crafted for comfort and durability, boasting a state-of-the-art rust-free finish for years of enjoyment. Exclusively available at Big Savings Zone, Southside St. David's.
Big news, football fans. Superstar Cristiano Ronaldo and his Portugal side will feature the FIFA Confederations Cup live on Bermuda Broadcasting. World Cup champions Germany and CONCACAF Cup holders Mexico will play alongside fellow trophy holders New Zealand, Cameroon, Chile, Australia, and Russia. 8 teams, 16 big games, 1 channel. Watch the FIFA Confederations Cup in high definition for free on ZFP. Tune into terrestrial channel 19.7 between Saturday, June 17th and Sunday, July 2nd, only on Bermuda Broadcasting.
Now let's check in with the birthday boy, Mike Sharp, with the latest from the sports desk.
The Marion to Bermuda Yacht Race is being described as a small boat race this year, with Selkie, the top boat in line to win the Founders Division. Race official Talbot Wilson has the provisional winners.
I think everybody's in. We have 38 yachts that are, well, all 49 starters are accounted for. So the boats that dropped out, some of them went back to Marion, some of them came here. Some people flew down after their boats withdrew. We talked to people from Wind Tango last night. They had a horrible experience with electronics failing, with their radar dome fell overboard. They just had one trouble after another.
But kept going?
Well, they turned back.
Oh, okay.
And they flew down.
And they're here.
They wouldn't miss Bermuda.
All right.
So we have some provisional results for corrected time. Jambi finished first. They got line honors, so they crossed across the finish line first. Then the prizes are going to go to the smallest boats. The smallest boat in the race was Selkie, and they will, on preliminary results, are the top boat in the Founders Division. So the bottom boat in A class is Jambi. So it's a complete turnaround from the times that they finished, in 4 days or 5 days and a half. The corrected time factor comes in and just flip-flops the whole fleet.
Race director Alan McLean thought that the race would get lost in the shadow of the America's Cup.
I would say there was nothing terribly challenging. The Dinghy Club, from the time they announced the America's Cup was going to take place here 2 years ago, was very much committed to us. We might have been concerned that we could have been pushed aside for whatever reason, but from day one they said our primary focus is on you. We're committed to the Marion Bermuda race. We always have been, we always will be. We'll make sure you have all of the space you want in the docks. We'll do everything we can to accommodate you. So they've been terrific. And then in the interactions we've had with America's Cup folks or the Super Yacht Regatta, where we've had to coordinate a few things, those have all been very pleasant. So it's been a very, very positive experience.
The opening bowler of defending Premier League champions St. David's, George O'Brien, is the MVP for the second week of action. He claimed 4 wickets for 18 runs off 4 overs against Somerset Cricket Club in a rain-affected match at SCC.
On behalf of One Communications, I would like to congratulate George O'Brien, Jr. on being the Premier Player of the Week.
I'd like to thank One Communications for sponsoring the league. I hope they keep it good for cricket in Bermuda.
Describe this 4 for 18 off of 4 overs, boy.
Well, myself, us prepared to play on the day, even though the rain held us. So when I got the ball, I was just ready to do what I do best.
Under those circumstances, it's probably your best goal to be.
I wouldn't say my best, but for the season, yes.
Yeah, what is your goal for the season?
Personal goal, I want to be on top of the wicket taking. And team goals, we're just looking to win every trophy on the island.
The East Enders won by 7 wickets. Meantime, in the first division, PHC defeated Warwick by 7 wickets, with Charles Trott voted the MVP after bowling 4 overs with 3 maidens for 2 runs and then stroking 34 not out. The BCB also awarded the Axis Primary and Middle School Girl MVPs. BCB CEO Neil Spate.
I'd like to congratulate the girls. Once again, Axis is sponsoring primary and middle school girls cricket in Bermuda, and we have some MVPs from the last 2 weeks. Start by congratulating Taylor Horan from Warwick Academy. Well played. Jada Miller, Whitney. Brianna Ray, Saltus. Kenshay Richardson, Whitney. We'll go down a little bit now. Sydney Santos, and you're from?
Prospect.
Thank you. Catherine Bean Rosario, West End Primary, and Camilla Matthews, who's much better than her twin sister, from Northlands.
And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Open 9 to 7, Monday to Saturday, on 41 Victoria Street in Hamilton for your home appliance and hardware needs. Sears, washers and dryers, refrigerators and freezers, gas ovens and electric ranges, a large array of Craftsman tools and accessories, lawn and garden tools, fitness equipment, outdoor furniture, barbecue grills, and much, much more. Open 9 to 7, Monday to Saturday. Sears, bringing Bermuda the best variety at everyday low prices.
The world is getting smaller.
We travel more.
We see more.
We do more.
So you need a bigger health plan like Premier Health.
You have easy access to benefits at home.
1 million U.S. providers accept your ID card
for college, vacation, and business travel.
With 24/7 worldwide assistance,
U.S. pharmacy benefits,
and 96% of claims settled in 5 days,
Premier Health offers you the care you deserve.
Colonial, where people come first.
CGIgroup.com.
Taking a look at the day's medical headlines, how broccoli may be a weapon against diabetes, plus new technology for catching prostate cancer. Tarai Todd has those stories and more via CBS News.
A simple blood test could be the key to detecting aggressive prostate cancer. A study in London investigated new technology for capturing cancer cells in the bloodstream. It found the test accurately identifies patients who are 10 times more likely to die from their prostate cancer, allowing for earlier treatment. When it comes to treating a headache, a doctor may be able to help you by video conference. A study in the journal Neurology tracked 400 people who called their doctors about headaches. Seeing a neurologist by video call turned out to be just as effective as seeing the doctor in person. And researchers are looking at broccoli as a possible weapon against diabetes. An international study found that concentrated extract of broccoli sprout may help patients with type 2 diabetes manage their blood sugar. I'm Tarai Trott with a look at some of today's top health stories from CBS News.
And lastly, the Department of Energy is inviting public commentary on their consultation document. The document can be found on the website or in hard copy from the Department of Energy at the Government Administration Building on Parliament Street. The Department of Energy is working with stakeholders to develop new policies for the fuels industry, including assessing new fuels and technologies, ensuring fuel security, ensuring public safety, fuel quality, as well as ensuring that fuel costs are least as possible. Written comments will be welcomed until close of business on the 7th of July. Submitted by email or by hand at the Department of Energy, Government Administration Building, 3rd floor, 30 Parliament Street. The Department will review all information obtained and respond to each submission. According to the Department of Energy, fuel is another essential pillar of the energy sector, which directly affects the local community and economy. That's our newscast for tonight. I'm Diane Brewer. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.